What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another pretty cool little knife review for you. Apologize if my voice is kind of cracky. I'm a little bit under the weather. Apologies for that. But without further ado, let's get into this review. This is well, an overview review, I guess. This is a Divo knife, the collaboration between Stassa 23 and Divo Knives. Stassa designed it. Nick from Stassa 23, you guys might have heard of his YouTube channel. He's got a pretty cool channel. He's also here in Louisiana, so that's pretty cool. Before we get into it, I'd like to thank all my Patreons, channel members, subscribers, everyone. Y'all hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe right down there if you want more of it. Really appreciate everybody supporting me, and the community as a whole has been pretty awesome, man. And like to be able to bring y'all cool stuff like this. This is from a viewer, Ed Durbin. You might recognize him from Ed Durbin Photography. He's let me borrow the misdemeanor and now this one, so really appreciated Ed. Shout out and thanks to Ed Durbin. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the knife review overview. This is the Divo Knives Fireball, designed by none other than Mr. Stassa 23, Nick. So let's get into the overall specs and all that. We got a measurement right at 7 1/4 from the tip of the blade to the butt of the handle right there. You're looking at 3 3/8 on the measurement if you go all the way back to where the handle meets on the blade length, and just under, right at maybe right at 3 inches. I'm gonna call that 3 inches on the cutting edge. You do have a little bit of a sharpening choil there, so that's good. Turn this thing on here. Thickest part of the spine, 113 thousandths, and we'll flip it around behind the edge. You're looking at 15 thousandths. That's crazy. 15 thousandths. Very slicey. Handle thickness 460 something thousandths there, wherever you measure it from. Not too bad at all, I don't think. But pretty slicey blade, man. This thing will definitely do some slicing. Get out a piece of paper here. I usually do this, but yeah, this thing is super slicey. Very impressive, that hollow grind on it, and the thickness that it goes down to. You can definitely tell a knife reviewer designed this. The sliciness, the blade grind, all that is one of the many testaments to the fact that a knife reviewer designed this knife. He did a great job on it. Size comparisons at the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 and the Spyderco Knives pair of 3. So overall, fairly close to the pair of 3, but has a lot more cutting edge than the pair of 3. We'll do the Ontario Knives. Do that backwards. Rat Model 2 and the Rat Model 1. So closer to the Rat 2, but with more cutting edge. Excuse me. And the Cold Steel Knives 8010 and the Demco Knives 8020.5. That's a slicer version, closer to that. But even though the slicer is longer, still right at the same amount of cutting edge, which is pretty cool. And let's see what else we got around here. I've got yeah, here we go. This is another Divo knife. That is the Premium Pony Stout. So another good comparison there, I think. All right. You can see it's definitely larger than the Premium Pony Stout. All right, I had to run and go get the other one that I got. Couldn't miss the opportunity to do it while I have them in my hands. But that's the Divo Premium Pony Stout. That is the Fireball. And this one I've got on loan from Fred the Lug right now. That is the Divo Knives Pony. Or the Stout, I'm sorry. The version 1. That's pretty cool, huh? So 3 Divos right there next to each other. I thought that would Be a pretty cool comparison. Alright, let's put the Divos up, the other Divos up. Now I think that's it for size comparison. Let's go ahead and we'll do a weight on this bad boy. Feels pretty light, got the carbon fiber on the handles. He did do some milling on the internal liners. It is a bolster lock, liner lock. It's nested. So I don't know, I'm going to say I'll go with roughly 3.5 ounces. What do you think? 3.7, not too bad. Yeah, 3.7 ounces. So over the ounce and inch ratio, but not by too much. So no issues there whatsoever. I think it carries pretty good. Get out the old blue jeans here. Deep carry, or not deep carry, milled titanium pocket clip. Looks really great. Works just fine. Not deep carry, but you know, no big deal there. Carries in the pocket like a dream. Does carry really well. So let's go ahead and do a hardware check on this. I'm thinking Stassa designed it, so let's see what he's got here. T8, 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 T8. So T8 all the way around, which is awesome. That is pretty cool. So it's I don't think no, I don't think it's ambidextrous. Might be. Actually, there's holes in the other side too, but not in that. So I don't think this is ambidextrous. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but pretty awesome having T8 hardware all the way around and that captive pivot. So I give him a A+ on the hardware for sure. You can definitely see that he's taken apart a few knives before. Really cool ergonomics on this one, going into kind of like my personal feelings on it in review. Choke back, just enough room for all 4 fingers on my large size glove hand. Choked up, got that flat right there instead of a pointy flipper in the way, so that works really well also. Jipping up top extends halfway, looks like halfway across the blade, so that's pretty awesome. Really great for comfort. You can pinch grip it, put your finger up there like that. You can do pull cuts with it, get all, you know, nice and deep in there whenever you're trying to cut on stuff. That works pretty good. That cut out there is perfect for lock bar access. Reverse flick works awesome on this knife. Kind of a shake shut on it whenever you close it, after you clear that detent, which is right there. So yeah, centering on it is pretty good. No blade play whatsoever. So I think overall, and that pivot, the design of this thing's really cool. I think these are interchangeable, this backspacer kind of thing right here. Little diamond pattern on that. I think that's really neat. And it's got some speed holes kind of in the backspacer. But I think that's pretty cool that they have that and that you can remove it and kind of swap it out with others. I think a good look at that milled titanium pocket clip. I think that's pretty cool. One thing that I absolutely love about this one, and most Divo knives, all the ones I've seen anyway, is that it is totally sterile on the blade, right? There's no advertising. It doesn't say Lefty EDC or Divo Knives or Stassa or anything in huge letters right there. So that is pretty cool. You know, no billboarding whatsoever. I really appreciate that. That's pretty neat. The only writing anywhere on it is that S90V that I can find. My Pony Stout does have Divo knives on the inside of the handle, which is totally fine with me. But yeah, again, S90V on the steel. S90V is one of my favorite steels. Corrosive resistant, yet also very, very edge retentive. So definitely, on as far as this one goes, I'd say this is a home run. Great utilitarian blade shape on that kind of a modified sheep's foot. Stassa did a great job on this one, I think, and they did a good job executing it. Really cool, unique 80s camo carbon fiber there also on that handle pattern. You can get them in 3 different ones. You can get it in the electric blue, black pearl, or the 80s camo carbon fiber, and I think there's one more that I'm missing out on. Maybe like a kind of like a black one, I'm thinking. But yeah, this is definitely the most the one that grabs the eye the most. I think they are putting out some more of these. They're not available right now. They sold out pretty quick, which is expected. You know, it's a great knife by a pretty popular YouTuber, and great design all the way around. 199 bucks, pretty good price on it too. So definitely keep an eye out for further drops. Go to DivoKnives.com website, take a look at it. Check out Stassa23 on YouTube. He's a cool dude. He's got some really great content. So I'm gonna put this in the most recommended knives playlist. I really appreciate everyone watching. Hit the like button if you like my content. Subscribe if you enjoy the video, if you like listening to me ramble about stuff, and if you want more of it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all stay sharp.